This is the plaintiff, Stacy Hannah. She says she and the defendant cleaned houses together, and the double-crossing defendant hasn't paid her in full for her services. She did her job well, due to her meticulous nature, and deserves to be compensated in full. That's why she's suing for every penny of the $778.01 she's owed. This is the defendant, Wendy Johnson. She says the plaintiff wasn't one of the best workers in the world, if you know what she means. The woman would come in late, leave early, and she should be happy she got paid what she did for the incomplete work she performed. She's accused of taking a worker to the cleaners.
Stacy Hannah, you are suing your former friend Wendy Johnson for $778.01 that you want her to pay you in unpaid wages because you helped her clean houses and you were supposed to split the fee for that. Tell me what happened.
That's correct. Your Honor, on the evening of the 23rd of August, I was approached by Wendy and her mother. They said, do you want to make a lot of money? And I said, sure. I could use the extra cash. And I, at that time, indicated that I needed to find daycare or aftercare for my son, because I am a stay-at-home mother. And the following week, I had that worked out. Tanner was able to attend aftercare at his school.
And then you were going to make money by doing what?
I was going to clean houses with Wendy, and that's exactly what we did on the 28th of August.
Okay, and then how do you get your clients?
I work for a small company, K&M Cleaning
Is it your
Solutions.
company?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so they just farm it out. They have people
My boss told me if I wanted someone to work with me, I could do that. I could get somebody to run and clean houses with me so I could get more work and make more money. And then I would have more time to spend with my son.
How does, do any of you do the math? If you split the fee, then you're making less money. I don't know, is there a geometric speed to having two people?
It is faster with two people.
Of course it's faster,
right.
But
So
then you're gonna split half the money and then you have to do the next house. So unless two cleans the house 3 times as fast, the math doesn't work. Well, whatever. So that's what you decide to do. And so what do you get paid for houses and what do you get paid for apartments?
It varies. I get anywhere between $100 and $200 per house. And then apartments, I get either 50 or 55 based on one bedroom.
Is that what she had told you?
That isn't what she told me, Your Honor.
What had she told you?
She told me that the houses were $100 a piece and the apartments were $35 a piece.
Oh. For you?
Yes.
Oh, your half would be 100 and your half would be 35?
We would both get $35 for the apartment.
You would each get $35 for an apartment, and you would each get $100 for a house.
for the house.
Okay. So how many houses and apartments did you clean?
We cleaned 4 homes and 4 apartment homes.
And that's how you get your 540. 4 times 100 and 4 times 35.
That's
Let me
correct.
ask you a question. How did it go working with her?
Well, she took a lot of smoke breaks, which I was pretty perturbed about that because I just cleaned constantly, continually, and meticulously.
Well, how was her cleaning when she wasn't smoking?
Pardon?
How was her cleaning when she wasn't smoking?
I assumed she was doing well. I was in other rooms doing my things, doing blinds and, wiping down things, scrubbing things. She typically did the kitchen.
Okay.
And I worked in other areas.
Okay. How many days did these 4 houses and 4 apartments take?
In total, 6 days. There were 6
and
trips.
so when were you expecting to be paid? Because after the first day, when you don't get paid at the end of the day, don't you say, hey, what the heck?
Yeah. Well, her mother led me to believe that she was...
Why is your mother involved?
My mother didn't lead her to believe anything.
No, why is your mother involved at all?
I live with my mom.
Yeah, but does your mother work in this business?
No, what it is that my mom is best friends with Stacy's sister, and so that's how she got involved.
Okay, well, go ahead.
So obviously they sought me out because assuming that I would be a hard worker and a good worker.
Okay.
But
when does a good hard worker expect to be paid?
Right.
What was the deal? You were supposed to be paid when?
I was supposed to get paid when Wendy got paid, but then the first paycheck...
So you are supposed to wait for it. So that explains why you kept working without getting paid.
Yes,
because
that's correct. Yeah.
All right, so then your paycheck comes when?
My first paycheck I didn't get for 4 weeks because my boss held back 2 weeks and I had to wait.
Why?
that's just how she runs her business. So if someone cops out on her, she doesn't lose out on gear or chemicals or anything like that. So I had to wait 4 weeks before my first paycheck.
Did you ever tell her that?
Yes.
Okay. Did she tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And
Absolutely told her
that. So when you did get paid, what did you get paid?
The one she did work on with me on is $975 check I got, and I paid her $185 already.
Just a second. Can I see the $975 check?
Yes, ma'am.
And does it itemize the houses?
No, ma'am.
Oh, well then how will I know that covers all 8 houses? I won't know.
It's got the dates on it.
From what day to what day were you cleaning the houses? Ms.
Your
Hannah?
Honor, that would be, we started cleaning on August 28th, and we finished up on September 7th.
This paycheck is for August 29th through September 11th. I mean, you know you're being sued for a specific days on the specific houses she specifically worked with you on. If you're telling me, no, Judge, I'm not, because you admit that you get 100 to 200 a house, 50 to, you actually said 50 to 60 in your answer to the complaint. It's all very vague. If you were paid specifically X on these houses, did you get something from your employer that says how much you got for the specific work that involved her? Because you know which houses to ask about.
Right. No, I didn't. I didn't get copies of that, but I will say.
How are you going to prove what you owe her?
Well, I can't prove, but how can she prove that that's
Well,
what they
because
paid?
you admit that you get 100 to 200 a house, and why would I let you say, oh, it was way less without proving it was way less? She says, I'm supposed to get 100 per house, I'm supposed to get 35 per apartment.
Right, and we split that.
Oh, no. She says she's supposed to get 100,
No,
which would be
ma'am.
the case if you got 200 per house. So if you want to tell me that she knew she was only splitting 150 with you for that house, prove to me that that's what you got paid on that house. I mean, you're not even doing that.
Right.
So how are you suing for daycare and gas?
Well, Your Honor, I had to enroll Tanner.
No, I don't care. Listen, when I want to get to work, I also have to pay. I have to pay
that's
for
correct.
gas.
That's
I have to
correct.
pay for my car payment. But why
That's
does my
right.
employer have to pay me that? In other words, had she paid you the $540, we wouldn't even be here. And she sure as heck would not be paying your daycare or your gas.
That's
so
true.
court is about making you whole, not giving you a bonanza and putting you in a better position than you would have been in.
So, okay, this could be a trick question. Can 2 people clean a house at least twice as fast as one person doing it?
No, not necessarily. The 2 people can just visit and take their time, and one person can just really get in and go at it.
Well, okay, but let's assume 2 people do a reasonable job as they walk in. Does it stand to reason that the 2 of them can clean the house at least twice as fast as one could?
I would think they could because they can cover more ground.
Do they ever step on each other?
They could split it up. You do the kitchen, I do the other
That's
half.
true. Okay, nobody's biting. Going inside the courtroom.
All right, now you say you paid her some of this. How much do you say you paid her?
I paid her $185, Your Honor, and when I went to go pay her another $50, she refused it and told
Okay,
me.
and is it accurate that she paid you $185?
No, her mother did.
Okay, but it's how much did you receive for pay?
$80 cash.
No, she says $185.
That's false. It's $80 cash, and I needed the money, so
What
I
was the
drove
rest of
over.
it? What was the other 105 then?
It's a fictitious
Nothing.
amount.
It didn't
It's
exist.
nothing. It never happened.
You didn't get a check or something
No,
else?
ma'am. Nothing at all.
How are you going to prove the $185 you paid her? Do you have a receipt?
I don't. No, I
Okay,
sure
you got a
don't.
lot to learn about business.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Is there? Did you have a witness?
My mother.
Is she here?
No.
No. Well, that's not
I
going to do
can't
much
prove.
good.
No, you're right. I can't prove a thing.
You have the burden of proving payment.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you pay her $185? You gave it
Cash.
to your mother?
Yeah, I had to go to work. My mom stays at home.
Are you sure your mother didn't need 105?
I'm sure.
When you want to prove payment, you have to have proof of it, and especially if you're in the business of paying somebody wages, and apparently she was complaining at this point from the beginning, right? Like at the time when you were going to pay her, she immediately said, "What the heck, sis?"
No, ma'am. When my mother gave her the $185, she was fine with it. When we went to go pay her again the $50, she was uneasy with that. Told my mom to go herself. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Did you tell her mother to go?
I certainly did not. I would not
I wish
do
your mom
that.
was here.
I
I'd
wish she
love to
was
hear from your
too.
mom. All right.
I do too.
I find that she's entitled to $540. I find that you're able to prove $80 in payment because she admits to that. I find that even though you could prove $185 by bringing me the witness who paid her the $185 or an affidavit from her or anything, you're kind of really unprepared. And I find in favor of the plaintiff, therefore, in the amount of $460. You're not entitled to daycare or gas. That's my judgment. Good luck,
Thank you,
folks.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff didn't get quite everything she sued for, but she did win this case against you because why didn't you bring more evidence?
Yes. I just didn't prepare good enough, I guess.
So why didn't you?
Why didn't I? It was a short amount of time, stressful times. I'm working constantly, so I just didn't have time to get it done.
Well, how come when you make payment, don't you get a receipt to prove it?
Yes, and that was my mistake and a
So
lesson
you've
learned. Yes.
You're still in this business?
Yes, I am.
Right. And so what have you learned now from losing this case?
Always get receipts, always make work logs, history, get statements that
That's
are
how you do
notarized.
business now?
Yes,
Okay.
that's absolutely.
All right. So come on in here. Satisfied how this comes out?
I certainly am. I thought that there was a lot of false representation and
Where?
Concerning her remarks and promises made that weren't delivered. So
You have any second thoughts about going into business with her originally?
No, I didn't actually.
How about now?
I certainly do. The age differential, there's several factors that
You shouldn't have done it?
I should not have done it.
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, if you're in business and you have to prove that you made payment to various people, you are insane not to keep a ledger. But beyond a ledger, if you don't write checks where you have something clear and something you can hold, at the very least, write an email to the other person forcing them to acknowledge if they didn't get paid.
Don't text and drive.